First MobileMe, now iWork beta closing its doors, Proview gets their settlement, another Retina Mac app, and the Avengers gets a release date. It's Tuesday, July 3rd, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. First MobileMe, now iWork beta closing its doors, Proview gets their settlement, another Retina Mac app, and the Avengers gets a release date. It's Tuesday, July 3rd, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of iWake. Kicking off the show today is Apple killing off another somewhat failed web product. You all remember iWork beta? Well, come July 31st, that beta won't graduate to a real product, but instead will be killed off. I'd expect that iCloud in many ways will replace what Apple tried to do with this service. I did use this service in college and found it quite a useful thing. Here is the email that Apple sent to iWork.com users. Starts, Dear iWork.com user, remember, as of July 31st, 2012, you will no longer be able to access your documents on iWork.com or view them on the web, which I would think is the same thing. We recommend that you sign into iWork.com before that date and download all your documents to your computer. For detailed instructions on how to save a copy of your documents on your computer, read this article they link to on apple.com. Moving forward, you can use iCloud to store your documents and make them available across your computer and your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. Learn more about iCloud. Sincerely, the iWork team. I'm hopeful here, so that's the email. I'm hopeful that iCloud does improve in its document sharing capacities, as this would be a cool thing to bundle in with the iCloud initiative. For now, though, it seems like Apple just wants you to simply store your documents there and use them personally, not sharing them like you would with the iWork.com website. So hopefully they figure it out. In other news, Apple has ended its dispute with Proview by paying them off $60 million. I'm glad to see this behind Apple and want Proview to kind of crawl under a rock and die. It is really despicable companies poach off of Apple in the way they have. Proview, if you're listening, no one, and I mean no one, confused your capital I dash all caps pad with the Apple iPad. That did not happen. Next up today is Competitor Watch. First is Sony spending $380 million to buy a cloud-based gaming service called iWake. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but iWake. This presumably will be a part of the PlayStation experience, and cloud gaming is expected to improve because of this purchase. So congrats to Sony on the purchase. Hopefully it's worth its purchase price. In other news is the Nexus Q, which by now the press have all agreed it is overpriced for what it does, which is little. According to The Verge, there is a pretty cool thing in this Nexus Q, not worth its purchase price, but a cool little Easter egg. And that is the Magic 8 Ball feature. A series of taps on the Nexus Q's image will reveal a special Magic 8 Ball mode where the device will answer anything your heart desires, so says The Verge. Or at least a few questions it's got programmed into it. Anyways, a fun little thing that I just wanted to point out. Last up in Competitor Watch today is not really competitor news at all. It's Avid. They are facing some financial hardships and have decided to sell off some very successful product lines. According to The Loop, Avid has agreed to sell its consumer audio and video product lines. The company's consumer audio products are being sold to InMusic, the parent company of Akai Professional, Alesis, and Newmark, among others. The products involved in this sale include M Audio branded keyboards, controllers, interfaces, speakers, and digital DJ equipment, as well as some other product lines. Avid will continue to develop and sell its industry-leading Pro Tools line of software and hardware, as well as associated I/O devices, including MBox and Fast Track. Separately, the company's consumer video editing line is being sold to Corel Corporation. Sad times indeed. Some great products that are no longer with their maker. Now on to some Retina MacBook Pro news. First up is a way to secure your notebook. According to 95 Mac Locks has released the first locking mechanism for the new MacBook Pro with Retina display. This new lock is a notable product release because the new MacBook Pro with Retina lacks the built-in Kensington lock available on other Mac laptops. Since the lock isn't present on these new MacBook Pros, the Mac Lock kits come with a polymer shell that sits on the bottom of your MacBook Pro, and their locking system attaches to this. MacLock says the bottom piece is not removable without damage to the computer. The company also says that the bottom piece involves cooling for the notebook, or improves cooling for the notebook, and a MacBook Air version of this system is available as well. This piece of kit will set you back $70, available for pre-order today. Sounds pretty cool. I'd be curious to see how good of a job it really does locking it down. Next up in Retina news is a update to Sparrow, that really popular mail client for the Mac. They've added Retina support, so it looks beautiful on that new laptop. Besides Retina support, the update also adds Mountain Line capabilities or compatibility, along with its Notification Center capability. So you'll have Notification Center in Mountain Line if you use Sparrow, as well as a few additions and bugs and fixes were in this release as well. So that's that. Last up today is Disney. They've announced a release date for the Avengers. It will be coming out just in a few months on September 25th. It'll be shipping in the usual assortment of combo packs, a 4-disc with BluRay 3D, a BluRay 2D, DVD, digital copy, and digital download, or you can just get the 2-disc BluRay and DVD combo. I don't see a single Blu-ray disc that you can just buy. Maybe that's coming out. I love this movie, and it will be nice to buy it in the iTunes store when it does finally hit physical and virtual store shelves. Well, that's what's going on in the Apple world today. If you like the show, there's a couple things you can do. First off, download that podcasting app from Apple and subscribe to the show right there. The show's under the 50 megabyte limit, so you'll be able to download it over 3G. Just mind your bandwidth, as that may add up if you do all your downloading over your 3G network. Next up, actually review the show on iTunes. So go over to iTunes, search for iWake, and review the show. That really helps out. Next up, video stuff. So YouTube. I do a lot of YouTube stuff. YouTube.com/TCHATEN. That's where you can watch the video version of iWake and also some other videos I shoot. Most importantly, please watch the videos, and even more than that, if you want to click on the ads, that's awesome, because that would pay me money. I do get paid through those ads. A little known fact, YouTube people do get paid when you click on their ads, so please do that. And finally, if you want to become an iWake Again subscriber, head on over to iWakePodcast.com/again. That's a Saturday show I do every Saturday, 30 minutes in length or so, and the $10 a month goes to supporting iWake, kind of a donation for the daily show that I put on for free for most people, and just a great way to say thank you for all the work I do. So iWakePodcast.com/again. Join me tomorrow for another edition of iWake. Aloha.